I have a great story. This is a good Evan story. He was getting ready for New York Pro, I think. And we're doing squats over here. And he's like, dude, we should do drop sets. We'll do a set of 15, and then we'll drop on 3 sets of drop squats. 3 drop sets on squats. So I go from like 365 to 275. I'm tanked. And I'm on like rep 17. And I'm like, Evan, I don't think I have this. He's like, shut up. He goes, this is bullshit weight. He goes, go again. Go again. And I'm not gonna not do it. So I go down again, and I go down. My right leg just collapses. I fall, the bar falls on Evan.
I really thought he had it.
Evan's like, dummy shit over there, drop a squat bar on himself. Oh my God.
We used to go real hard.
I remember going all the way down.
I like to go hard.
I remember going down and coming up, and every time I came up, my leg would go. I go down and go.
Ratchet
yeah,
up.
ratchet up. And I'm like, oh my God, this next one, if I don't come down right on my hips, it's over. And I go down, and my leg goes, quit. Fall into the rack.
I've dumped it on myself a few times.
This is bullshit weight. Oh my God. So for those of you who get accustomed to like certain equipment, specifically when you're rehabbing an injury, sometimes you get so used to that movement that other movements feel a little off. So we did do the Nebula leg press today, and it didn't feel too bad. It wasn't quite as comfortable as the leg press that I'm used to using. So my knee was probably 90% pain-free. One of the things I do for my knee is you take a towel and you wrap it like this. And it pushes on the popliteal muscle. But it works though. You move. When I first started to do it, it was so much pain. And then now it doesn't have much pain anymore. I have to like double the towel or use like a metal pipe. Come on, 3 more. Push. Push over here, come on. Push. Up. Yes. I'm almost positive the injury is partly my hamstring. And you know, with Evan there, spottings, I usually train by myself now with legs, because what fun is it to train with somebody else who's not injured when you're injured? So as you train by myself, I don't really have a spot. But him being there, I pushed a little harder than I normally did, a little more volume with leg press. And then we did a little box squats, which still bother me. I still have to put my left foot forward a couple inches and press off, which will probably be a little while before that will come back. But it's getting there. And then I usually do a hack squat, and it's very comfortable. And today I tried 2 different ones, and I really had to make do with what was there. It wasn't quite 100% comfortable, and I didn't feel comfortable going a little heavier than I normally do. The weight still felt pretty light, except acceleration and the pain in the knee is still there. Still waiting for that one day to wake up and it to be 100%, but wishful thinking. But overall, the workout was all right. Like I said, I had to be careful because it was different equipment I'm not used to. I have a set routine that I normally do every week, where I try to build on each and every week and do a little bit more. I usually start with like light leg extension, I'll do a hack squat, then I'll do leg press, then I'll box squat, and then I'll leave the gym. And today, different leg press, slightly different order of movement. But it was pretty good. I mean, my right leg's fried because the compensation of pushing more of my right leg. But not too bad, my knee's not really too sore. This is another classic Evan story. So this is like the first 2 weeks training legs together. He's like, what do you want to start with? I'm like, want to do hack squat? I'm like, all right, let's do it. So we're like going in the leg press. I mean, hack squat, this one. I'm trying to remember this. And he goes, let's do some drop sets. I'm like, all right, cool. So I do my first set. And he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, well, that's my first set. Are we going to do drop sets on the last set? He goes, no, we do drop sets every set. So the first set was like 8 plates on each side. It went 8, 6, 4. That's set 1. 3 more to go. And I remember after that.
Man, that was strong. Now I can't use any plates.
Trying to get out of the car in my driveway. Every time I go to stand up, my legs would squeeze up. And I'm like,
It's frozen.
I didn't want to seem like a bitch, so I'm like, yeah, man, let's do it. I'm like, oh shit. In my head, I'm like, oh shit, this is gonna be terrible. We did little hamstrings after, which I'm not used to, and that was good. It's good to get new equipment. I think I might probably start coming down here a little bit more and doing legs to get different equipment. You know, sometimes when you're doing rehab, you know, the movements you use, you get better at, and then you start to do a foreign movement, and it feels like you're back to square one. Again, the injury in my knee at this point is probably just overuse injury of something going on in my hamstring or behind my knee. But there is progression. And my legs are slowly growing. Not quite like they were, but they're getting there. And hopefully in 3 more months, maybe I'll be 100%.